Hello beautiful humans, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tessa Stewart. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, sis. So in today's video, I will be showing you how I achieved this look right here. Just a beautiful brown smoky eye with a nice nude lip. Perfect for the holiday season, girl. If you're going to a holiday party, or even if you're just going out. This is actually one of my go-to looks. I love it for any type of special occasion. It always makes me feel good, and I just for some reason I just feel like you can't go wrong. And you can pair it with either a nude lip like this, or even a deeper, darker lip if you're feeling a little bit more bold. So if you want to see how I achieve, then just keep on watching. But before we move any further, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell so that you are alerted with all of my future uploads. And let's get right into the video. Alright guys, we're gonna jump right in. So first I'm starting with my Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer in the shade Umber. I'm using that to color correct under my eyes and around my mouth. Now I did use a little bit too much. This concealer, a little goes a long way. I don't know if you can tell, but it starts blending out pretty far. If this happens to you, what you can do is take a paper towel and dab off the excess product onto the paper towel from the beauty blender, and then just continue blending. It does help with keeping the cakey look down. So I'm just going to finish blending out the rest of my face. Next, I'm going to go in with my Dior Ever Matte foundation in the shade 6.5W. And I'm just going to pounce that around my face, blending it in, covering up all of my hyperpigmentation, and just evening out my skin tone. Now, this particular shade is actually a little bit too red for me, and I really think that I should have exchanged it for the neutral version. Same shade, so 6.5 in instead, I guess, but I'm working with it. Alright, so next we're going to go in and highlight a little bit with some Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer in the shade Maple. So I just go in the inner corners of my eyes, the middle of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, right above my lip, my chin, corners of my mouth, and the corners of my nose and eyes. Next, I'll go in with my Balm Contour from Danessa Myricks in the shade Deep 1. Very subtle contour shade. Could have definitely gone a little darker, seeing as how the eyes turned out, but beautiful shade nonetheless. And then, even though the contour, I put it on second, I'm going to blend it out first using this brush from Morphe. I'll list that in the description box as well. And I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna pat that contour shade in. Next, I like to just pat out that concealer. You want to take your time with the concealer. Now, it's been sitting for a while. I let it do this because I want it to really attach itself to the texture on my skin. So in order for the texture to not show, you want to use a very light hand when you're blending with the brush. So light circular motions and patting motions so that you don't disturb the concealer too much. You just want to blend out the edges and pat it into the skin so that it's smooth and even. And then I like to keep the concealer concentrated towards the middle of my face, just to help in keeping my face looking more snatched and narrow. You know what it's like, sis. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Milani blush. I love this stuff. Love this color. Blends out beautifully. Then I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the shade Honey. Now I'm gonna pat that in with my Beauty Blender. I like to go in lightly and layer by layer, add in powder. I don't necessarily bake. I just pat in enough powder to, you know, absorb the excess moisture from the concealer and keep it from moving around. For me, if I bake, it looks a little too dry, so this is like the best method for me at the moment. Then I'm just going to set my entire face with my Makeup Forever Ultra HD setting powder, shade 4.0. Then I'm going to go and bronze my face with my Juvia's Place Duo Bronzer in Dark. So I'm going to go in with the lighter color first around the perimeter of my face. Now this bronzer is very red, okay? If you don't like your bronzer too red, be very light-handed with this. Next, I'm gonna just deepen the areas that I want to contour with the darker shade from that same bronzer palette from Juvia's Place. And I'm just going to take my time and lightly pat that shade in, just where I really want it concentrated at. Next, I'm going to take some loose powder, place that under my eye because we're going to start on the eyes and I want to catch any fallout. Going to go in with my Danessa Myricks Color Fix in the shade Blackout, and I'm going to use that as the base for my eyeshadow. I love this stuff, so I'm just going to put it on the mobile lid and then just blend it out. Next, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Natural Nudes palette. I'm going to start with the shade Maple, and I am going to put that in my crease area. So I'm just going to start slowly building that in. I'm going to go in with small circular motions in windshield wiper formation, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to slowly go back and forth building that color. Now, girl, the key to a brown smoky eye is blend, blend, and blend again, sis. You really want there to be a nice gradient between the colors. So just take your time and honestly give yourself, like for the eyes, give yourself at least 30 minutes to blend this stuff out. I'm telling you, especially if you're a beginner. If you're not a beginner, then it may be shorter. But if you're a beginner, just take your time and just keep blending it out. So next I'm going to go in with the shade Truffle, and I am going to pack that in on the mobile lid. I know you saw that look there, girl, because I was feeling it at that moment. But I started trusting the process as I was seeing it come together. After you pack that in, you want to blend that color out in the crease area. You want to blend it out first with a clean brush, just to make sure that's no harsh line. And then with the same brush, you're going to take that shade Cocoa from the palette and you're going to blend right directly into that crease area. You're just trying to blend out that dark brown. Trust the process. If all else fails, blend, blend, and blend again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the first brush from the upper crease area, and I am going to blend that color in together. I'm not going to add any more product, but I'm just going to blend where those two colors meet, just to reinforce the gradient effect. So I'll let you girls watch as I do this. Same steps, same order, same colors, just opposite side. Next, we're gonna go on to the lower lash line. I'm just gonna take all of those colors that I put in the crease from lightest to darkest, so maple, cocoa, and truffle, and I am going to basically stack those on my lower lash line. Then I'm gonna go back in with my Danessa Myricks Color Fix. So this stuff is so versatile. I like to use it as liner as well. So now I'm gonna go in and just line the top and bottom lash line. Nothing too major. I'm not winging it or anything. I just want to deepen and darken the base of my lashes. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna wipe away that excess powder, just pat it in lightly. And then now I'm going to go in and I am going to set the nose contour with the Powder Juvia's Place bronzer. This isn't the best brush for this, but just use anything similar, just a small fluffy brush. Next, I'm going to carve out the contour on my cheeks. So I like to take the powder that I use on my face, and I take this brush from Morphe and I start at the top of my ear, and then I just carve out the line under my contour where it might have gotten a little bit, you know, blended out a little too far. Okay, so we just want to re-add that structure back to the face. I don't know if you can see that there, the difference that it makes. A lot of people actually like to bake and put the powder there. It doesn't look good on me. It gets very cakey, so this is how I do it. Next, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna set the blush with MAC Pink Swoon and Nars LoveJoy. Love that combo. Next, I'm gonna take my powder puff. I buy these from Amazon, and I like to use these to pat in all of the powder on my face. This just keeps everything from moving around, helps to keep things from creasing. And then you can go in with the highlighter of your choice. This one is by Makeup Shayla. It's discontinued. And then next, I'm going in for my Juvia's Place Luxe Lip Liner in the shade Cola. Cola is a good shade, or even Brownie. Both of them work well for this. Her lip liners are so creamy and smooth. I love them. Then I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Lipstick in Driver. Just rub that around the lips. It's showing up a lot lighter on screen. And then I'm gonna top that off with my Juvia's Place Lip Gloss in Sis, which is also showing up quite light on screen. It is lighter than like when you put it on your lips than it looks in the bottle, but it looks way lighter on camera. All right, girl, that's it. All right, guys, this is the finished look. So what do you guys think? I love it. Now you already know I love it. This is my go-to look. I wear this any chance that I get. I feel like you could never go wrong with it. If it's a little bit intimidating, you don't have to start with this dark of a brown. You can always start with a little bit lighter of a brown. You can use just two colors if you wanted to, just a deeper brown and a little bit lighter one for a transition. And if you were feeling a little bit more bold, girl, you can replace that dark brown with a black if you wanted to. But just the key to a nice smoky eye is always just building your colors gradually. You don't want to go into heavy-handed in the beginning, and just revising. So whenever it blend against this, if the line is looking harsh, just go in with a clean brush and just keep on blending. All right, so I hope that this video was helpful. I plan on doing some more makeup tutorials for you going forward, especially for the holiday season, special occasions. We all have reasons to go out, so I'm just gonna try to keep pumping out the looks for you guys. So if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you are alerted with all of my future uploads. I focus mainly on beauty, makeup, hair tutorials, and vlogs, and a little bit of fashion, baby. So I'm all about the lifestyle up in here. So if this video interested you and you want to see others like it, feel free to browse my channel. Make sure that you're subscribed now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.